Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode of Trails to Azure. We are at the beginning of day 2 of chapter 2 after a very long cutscene, followed by another long exploration. I have explored Crossbell and all the other areas surrounding it, which is why we are at St. Ursula now. It's the last place that I visited, and there are some cutscenes that we could encounter before we move on to the quests. Oh, is that the SSS? Well now, isn't this a surprise? Prince Albert of Remiferia, and Arios too. I wasn't expecting to see all of you here. Your lordship, this is the special support section that I mentioned earlier. Yes, I gather as much. It's a pleasure to meet you, ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. Too bad you don't have a picture, Prince Albert. My name is Albert von Bartholomew, though you may know me better as head of state of the Principality of Remiferia. I understand that all of you have been working hard for the sake of Crossbell's future. It's a pleasure to meet you, your lordship. I've been hoping to have this opportunity actually. Arios has told me quite a bit about your division. There's even a familiar face among you. It's been quite some time, Miss McDowell. Indeed it has. I'm glad to see you're doing well, your lordship. Though I certainly didn't expect to see you here today. Are you perhaps performing an inspection of the hospital? Yes indeed. Remiferia is one of St. Ursula's sponsors, DC. I also wanted the honor of meeting the lovely daughter Arios is always telling me about. Please, your lordship, the honor is mine. And I was asked to be his escort, though personally I'd rather he travel with a few more guards. Why he prefers to be accompanied by no more than myself and a chauffeur is beyond me. Chauffeur. Haha, my confidence in you is just that high, Arios, my friend. Not to mention a security detail would have only served to interfere with the hospital's normal proceedings. His lordship seems pretty popular. Not only does Arios know him, but Ali too. You're right, from the sound of it, he and Dr. Ceylon are also acquainted. Who would have thought the Grand Prince of Remiferia was such a social butterfly? At any rate, know that you have my full support as well, SSS. Keep up the good work. We will, and thank you for saying so. Be careful your way back to the state guest house, your lordship. We will do what we can to make your stay here a safe one during the conference. Glad to hear it. In return, I'll do my best not to disappoint in the main session. You must have been through so much, but I hope you have just as much faith in the doctor as I do. Alright, and let me cut back to Crossbell. A little detour before we go back to Crossbell. There's an event here. Well, not event, but important conversation, I guess. Oh, hello everyone. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt you while you were paying your respects. Noel told us about this grave just recently. Yeah, it belongs to the father Fran and I lost around 10 years ago. You always know this sort of thing is possible, having a family member in active service, but nothing could have prepared us. That was a long time ago though, nothing worth crying over now. I suppose you could consider it a reminder to value lives today. Never forget the people who would mourn you if you left them behind. Don't worry, Mom, we won't. And now back to Crossbell. We are back at the SSS. Let's start with checking the new decorations. Well, it says new decoration. This looks good. While at the SSS building, Lloyd and the other decided to take a break from their duties. After a cursory check-in with CPD headquarters, they each retired to their respective rooms to rest. Are you there, Wazy? Yep, the door's open. Oh boy, jumping back into action again already, are we? Yeah, HQ didn't need anything else in particular from us today. Hold on a second, Wazy. That's an awfully fancy chair you got there. Lloyd, we bought it. So you notice, it's a Remiferia-made recliner. It was designed with ergonomics in mind. You'd be hard-pressed to find anything more comfortable. Did you want to try it for yourself? You don't mind? Go right ahead. Well, alright, here goes. this is practically life-changing. It almost feels like cloud molding itself around my body. Doesn't it though? Considering how efficiently it washes away my stress, I find it a necessity, especially after a long night's work dealing with all of my thirsty clients. I can only hope you're referring to drinks. Just don't forget about your long day's work at the SSS too. Still, I won't deny that it's relaxing to sit in. That aquarium over there actually helps with the ambiance too. I wouldn't have taken you for the type to look after fish though. Is it a hobby of yours? Well, I guess you could say it takes me back to simpler times. Don't mind me, just talking to myself. I had to interrupt your little slice of heaven, but is it really appropriate for us to spend so much time alone in here? Not that I mind, but the others might get ideas. Oh shit, let's hurry downstairs. Everyone's waiting for us. After you. Oh, okay. I accidentally triggered Kea, and I have not saved, and I don't want to repeat that long ass cutscene. So unfortunately. So we need one more for Ellie, I suppose. Dio, not yet. And one more for Noel, because we only have the flag. Yeah, I accidentally triggered this one. It didn't trigger a scene though, so I'm guessing there's gonna be at least one more. We also need to feed Kope. I think Piraruchu is the rarest that I have. Let's give it. We have a couple anyway. 8-3, oh my. Oh, that's amazing. We'll figure it out later. Next, we need to go to the apartment. Oh, if it isn't my favorite little guy. Hey, oh geez, not so rough, Ilya. What are you doing? Well, all those fancy foreign dignitaries are coming to our theater tonight, and Sully here is helping out with a minor role in tonight's performance. That means I gotta get her all good and limber up with a nice deep massage, like so. Ouch. So I see, is she going to be alright? I heard a massage can do more harm than good if the person giving it doesn't have a lot of experience. Oh, I have plenty of experience, my friends. I had a professional masseuse show me the ropes, and from that I was told I master every last bit of it. As a matter of fact, I do this all the time for Riksha when we're stretching during practice. I see, sounds like you don't shy away from diversifying your skill set if it helps improve your productions. That's a professional for you. I will help her diversify her skill set any day of the week. That's too much. Are you sure you're doing this right, Ilya? Oh, don't be so dramatic. You know I never put the show in jeopardy. It's only hurt so much because of those pre-performance jitters have your body stiff as a board. So don't worry your pretty little head, you might even learn to like it. Could you sound any more shady? Hush now you, let's see you try to backtalk me again after a bit of this. Whoa, what do you think you're touching? Don't worry so much, this massage is just as effective as any other. You're full of crap. That tickles. Well, look who's starting to fill out. Someone's got a bright future in store after all. What are you even talking about? There's so much wrong with this scene that I don't even know where to begin. I think that would depend on who you're asking. Well, at least it looks like Sully has made a home for herself in Arkansas. Don't just stand there watching. You call yourself police officers? Now, you won't get off that easily. Okay. Next, let's go to downtown. Downtown. So that's what Walt been up to, huh? Yeah, he was staggering over to some shop, looking totally trash for everyone to see. He walked out with a ton of booze, probably back at this place getting wasted right now. Real talk, it was rough seeing Walt like that. I mean, sure he used to have some drinks for fun, but he's completely lost himself. Yeah, I don't like it any more than you do. Things aren't gonna turn out well if we let him walk around in public while he's completely hammered. We gotta keep an eye out for the guy and help him through this. Yeah, we're on it. That's what Walt been up to? Dude's trying to drown away his sorrows. I'm worried for his health if he's really drinking as much as they say. Oh my god, it's like he's having a breakout or something. Walt, where are you at, bro? Don't leave us in the dust. We'll shell out for all the drinks you want if you just come back to us. Because without you, man, everybody's a bust. Listen up, anything happens you tell me or Lugan, I've got it? Yeah, for sure. Okay. Then we talk to Grace. Oh hey there, SSS. You guys here for lunch? And hey, what you all think of the unveiling ceremony? Amazing, huh? I won't be forgetting it anytime soon. Being in the presence of the dignitaries was overwhelming to say the least. No kidding, right? Especially that Blood and Iron Chancellor, he's the real deal. This was my first time seeing him up close in person and it made me realize just how intimidating he really is. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's this guy right beside the Chancellor, sorta looked like his secretary. Wasn't he the electric kid you were hunting down a while back? The one I mentioned seeing here? Well, cat got your tongue? Hey, I get it. But you know, that actually reminds me of something else. Oh? What would that be? Last year around springtime, the Blood and Iron Chancellor and former Speaker Hartman held a little informal meeting behind closed doors. But you guys already know all about it, don't you? Pretty much, yeah. It's common knowledge within certain intelligence channels. Sure, but that wasn't the case at the time. Neither the Crossbell nor Erebonian media reported on it. And naturally, the CPD didn't manage to get their mitts on that info at all. What's more, despite being so important, he hardly had any guards assigned to him. It's almost as if he casually dropped in for a quick stroll around Crossbell. I guess that's how they managed to keep the whole thing on the down low. Sounds scandalous. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd call it a load of bull. Exactly, and what really ticked me off is that all of it happened right under my nose. You can bet I looked into it after the fact, gathering dirt from every nook and cranny. Doing so netted me on a list of possible suspects involving setting up that secret rendezvous. One of them stands out in particular now, a young man named Lecter. We do already know he was with the Chancellor during that meeting. Yes, though I'm surprised to learn that he was responsible for arranging it. His diplomatic skills are out of this world, right? A mere secretary wouldn't be able to pull off something like that. That is, unless he's also a member of the Imperial Army's famed intelligence division, right? Yeah, what if? Leave it to Grace to figure all that out on her own. Man, I sure hope she never goes digging into my love life. Looks like I hit the bullseye. Still, I cannot believe that bozo I met with you guys was that Lecter. Anyway, you guys probably have loads of work to do, so I won't keep you any longer. Now I know there's a lot more to that Lecter fellow than meets the eye. You guys had better watch yourselves around him. We know, we'll be careful. It was nice speaking with you, Grace. And I think that's all, right? Let me check my notes. That's pretty much it. There is one in Station Street, but I will leave it until we are doing the quest there. The other one that is important, because I think it's a quest, I don't know. It's at CPD. Detective Bennings, what are you all doing here? Has something happened? Not that we've seen so far, no. Good. Don't let that lull you into letting your guard down. However, I'm sure you already sense it. The entire city is in a state of commotion over the visiting dignitaries. It'd be easy for any irregularities to blend in with the bustle and escape your notice. Don't let that happen. Duly noted, Detective. We'll keep our heads on a swivel and all that jazz. By the way, do you plan to stay here for a while, Detective Dudley? Most likely, if I can help it, I'll remain on standby at HQ until it's time for the dignitaries to attend their Arkansas performance. If something does happen, you can come see me directly at any time. Heard. We'll be on the lookout. I did see... Well, I only see one, I guess. Oh, two with the one in the hospital. This red-hat man in a gaudy suit tried my noodles just now. Then the little punk said he wanted the secret recipe for my broth, so he jumped right into back at the car. Had to smack him with my soup ladle to get him to leave. The nerve of that guy. A red-headed man in a gaudy suit sounds like someone we know. Acts like him too, apparently. Do you know where he went by chance? Well, he said he was going to find some dessert and then made his way toward the entertainment district. The entertainment district? Got it. We don't know if it's him for sure, but I don't see who else could it be. Sounds like Lecter. I saw an Eastern woman walking towards East Street earlier. She had long flowing black hair and was rocking a snazzy white pantsuit, a real looker if you ask me. An Eastern woman with long black hair. Excuse me, ma'am, do you happen to know which way she went? Toward East Street, I think? East Street, got it. We can't be certain it was Kilika, but this is still a lead worth following up on. East Street, East Street. Oops. There was a beautiful Eastern woman shopping here just moments ago. Those cold almond-shaped eyes of hers really pierced me to my core. Do you know which way she went? Sure, after making some purchases, she went off towards Central Square. Hey Lloyd, think it's you-know-who? Yeah, we should look into it. If you're looking for that beautiful Easterner that was here a little bit ago, she went off to the Central Square to making some purchases. Not the SSS, surely. Well, would you look who it is? Long time no see, Kilika. Oh, now isn't this a surprise? Good day, everyone. Fancy seeing you here. It's no accident we crossed paths, actually. Our investigation is what led us to you. We haven't spoken since the Swartz auction, but I'm sure things have been busy for you as Division Chief of the Rocksmith Agency, that is. Ah, yes. Last time we met, it was under different circumstances. Allow me to reintroduce myself then. Kilika Roran, 8, to the President of the Calvert Republic, at your service. I have other responsibilities and titles, of course, but they're nothing worth mentioning. Would that include being an entertainment producer like you mentioned before? It would, quite legitimately in fact. It's just one of the many hats I don. There is, for that matter, a production company office back in the Republic as well. I see, in other words, there are no holes to poke in your story. She's a woman with a mask for every situation, and like any self-respecting spy, she knows how to use them. Hey, I like me a little mystique, what I wouldn't give to roleplay with her for just one night. That's one of those comments best kept to yourself, Randy. Speaking of which, what kind of business does a presidential aide like yourself have at a place like this? I could have sworn President Rocksmith was touring the IBC building for the day. And he is, as it so happens. The president sent me out on a little errand. I've been shopping undercover for him, but I decided to take a break for a nice casual lunch. An errand? What for? Why, this. A pinwheel. A stall caught his eye when we passed by our limousine. According to him, having one on hand would help him relax before the conference starts in earnest tomorrow. He also requested that I procure some fruits to go with this dinner tonight. Huh, guess you really are running errands. The man is a populist. It figures he'll indulge in common trinkets like this, but surely you wouldn't presume us to be so naive as to believe that's all you're here for. You may speculate as much as you wish. Now then, I finished my meal, so I'll have to ask that you excuse me. I wish you luck with your security efforts during the conference. Yes, good luck to you as well. Entertainment district. And dessert? That has to be the ice cream store. Some cherry red-haired gentleman asked me to make him a cone with 10 scoops of ice cream. Talk about a tall order, am I right? The guy managed to finish the entire thing in one go too. He was a zany one, alright. Definitely not what you would expect from someone dressed like some fancy pants noble. That sounds like Lecter, alright. Excuse me, do you happen to know which way he went? Sure do. Poor fellow got a massive bout of brain freeze and plodded over towards the residential district, clutching his hat all the way. Alright, let's steal him. Aha, there it is. I guess there really are different species of fish here now. Man, I'm seriously kicking myself for not bringing my fishing rod. What are you doing here, Lecter? Hey, look at that. I managed to reel in a nice catch anyway. No hook needed. 5 big ones with 4 limbs each. Pretty good haul, I would say. What? Playboy here is trying to say that we took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Bullseye. See? This guy gets me. I'm not in the mood for this today. We cannot let him steer the conversation. As much as I would love to talk about fishing, I believe I asked you a question, Lecter. What do you think you're doing here? You're part of the reason why the Red Constellation came to Crossbell. Haha, someone sure isn't beating around the bush today, are they? Cutting straight to the point is the best way to dealing with a slippery snake like yourself. Takes one to know one, but alright, I see how it is. Use your eyes, can't you see? I came here to take it easy. As awesome as I am, being the old man's guard dog does get pretty exhausting. Old man? Do you mean Chancellor Osborne? We've been wondering about your relation to him. Are you really one of his closest confidants? Search me, I don't remember that word ever leaving my mouth. Anyway, break time's almost over. It's about time I had to back to the old man. See you later, guys. Tell all your CPD buddies I said hi, yeah? What? He totally dodged the question. Guy's too smooth for his own good. Lecter and Kilika, 2 foreign spies. One for Erobonia, the other for Calvart, both operating within Crossbell City at the same time. What do the rest of you think? It's definitely suspicious. Should we keep tabs on them maybe? That sounds easier said than done. I get the impression they both knew we were coming. In that case, we're probably better off handing this over to Dudley and the 1st Division. They might be able to figure something out after cross-checking with their own intel. Yeah, good point. Cool, let's swing by the department and hit him up then. Special Sports section. Do you need something? In a way, yes. We have a report to make for the 1st Division. I see. So key figures from both the Imperial Intelligence Division and the Rocksmith Agency are in the city. This may be cause for concern, Detective Dudley. Would you mind if I asked what you make of it? How should we interpret 2 major spies from the major powers appearing on the eve of the trade conference? It certainly seems to be more than mere happenstance, especially when they claim they're just running errands for or having a breather. You can understand why we would be skeptical of that. Mind games, they clearly have their reasons for being here, but if anyone should be able to suss them out, it's the SSS. You were the ones who spoke with them directly. Yeah, you might be onto something there. So Bannings, allow me to ask a question of my own this time. Why do you suspect they appeared in the city? Surely you are certain something based on your conversations or the locations they visited? Tell me what you have, even if it's nothing more than conjecture. Well, if you insist. A security for the dignitaries, for rest and relaxation, to hold a private meeting. It is possible they were looking for an opportunity to arrange a private meeting. A private meeting? What makes you think that, Bannings? Our first eyewitness reports on each of them both came from the Harbor District. Granted, this was before we started pursuing one or the other, but it's hard to shrug it off as a coincidence. That's a good point. Thinking back, President Rocksmith has had a tour of the IVC plant since yesterday. They will provide a convenient opportunity to meet in secret at the Harbor District. Not to mention they could use the Mishi event going on at the park right now as a diversion. And it would take place while both were undercover, with Arundel taking it easy and we're on shopping for President Rocksmith. It certainly is plausible. Okay, it's nice theory, but what would those two even have to chat about? Shouldn't the Empire and the Republic be on opposite sides? It's not entirely out of the question. The cult incident led to the ousting of longtime Diet members from the Imperial and Republican factions, diminishing the major power's sway over Crossbell, and now with our new mayor and speaker on good terms, the state government has gradually become more influential on the international level. Ereboni and Calvor cannot be pleased with that. It's doubtful that they would allow it to continue. I hadn't thought that far ahead. Makes sense. If there's one common interest between the major powers, it's keeping the little guy down. While we have no means of confirming as much, it appears all but certain that something is brewing behind the scenes. That's all we can say for now. The 1st Division will keep tabs on Lecter, Arundel, and Kilika Run. Thank you for your report, SSS. Glad to be the felt. I truly hope that tomorrow's comfort ends peacefully, as do I, but as members of the Force, all we can do for the moment is our sworn duty. If anything else happens, come and report to me directly. Thanks, Dudley. We'll remember that. Okay, we're done with exploring, so let's tackle the support request, starting from the optional one. Shiny paintwork, nice. This is obviously Mueller. That guy there's giving off some real intense vibe. Don't tell me it's our client. Excuse me, sir. We're with the special support section. I've been waiting for you. Thank you for coming. My name is Mueller. I work as a talent manager for Erebonia's music industry. A pleasure to make your acquaintances. A talent manager? He doesn't look that part at all. If anything, he feels more like a bodyguard. I get the sense that I've heard of him somewhere before. Is something wrong? No, not at all. If it's alright with you, would you mind giving us specifics of your requests? You mentioned something about a missing musician, as I recall. I take it that means you're their manager? That is correct. We traveled to Crossbell as part of his concert tour. However, the moment I took my eyes off him, he went missing. That puts me in a tight spot. I've little to go on in a city I'm not familiar with. I could see that posing some difficulty. Crossbell is larger than most. Yes, though I'm sure that won't be the only hurdle to contend with. In any case, could I ask you all to begin the search immediately? Let's find that musician. Could you give us some more details about the musician we're looking for? Is obviously Oliver. Gladly. My client goes by the name of Olivier Lenheim. He's a blonde man in his 20s, often clad in white coat and sporting a lute. A lute? Wouldn't that make him stand out like a sore thumb? Or how could it be to find this guy? If only things were so simple, a mere search and retrieval mission wouldn't be an issue ordinarily. But you see, Olivier's personality is a bit, shall we say, problematic. He has an incurable need to stick his nose in other people's business, only to cause more trouble in the process. To be frank, he's a nuisance, a fool, and a real pain in my... excuse me. I see. Ideally, I would like you to find him right away as to keep his tour schedule intact, but I know better than to get my hopes up. You'd be doing me enough of a favor if you could simply grab him before he gets himself into any incidents. He's starting to sound less like his manager, more like his babysitter. Either way, it explains exactly what kind of person we should be on the lookout for. Do you have any idea what sort of areas might pique his interest? Well, if I had to say, Olivier has a tendency to draw into bustling crowds or places of ill repute. He also fancies himself a gourmet, so he might have slipped away to some sort of eating establishment. Basically, if there's any place someone could stir up trouble, you can bet it's on his radar. The downtown district, back alley, and entertainment district are the first places that comes to mind in that case. I won't say you're on the right track there, but I've already combed the entertainment district. As it so happens, you're better off excluding it from your search. He undoubtedly knows I'm looking for him, so it's probably avoiding the most obvious spots. That complicates things, but if it's drawn to large crowds, then the harbor district may also be worth checking out. I believe Mishi is scheduled to make an appearance there today. I see, it sounds to me like you guys have a good list of possible destinations. My apologies, I wish I had more concrete information to offer you. Don't worry about it, this is plenty. If there's nothing else we need to know, we'll get started right away. Best of luck, I'm counting on you. And if he refuses to cooperate, don't be afraid to use force. In fact, I invite it. A good slap upside the head should do. Sure thing, what kind of weird relationship does this have with this guy? As luck would have it, I know exactly where he is. I found him during my exploration. He is, in fact, in downtown district. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Ah, bitch, moan some more, why don't you? Those voices. Lloyd, look. The hell is wrong with you, Slash? Use your freaking head for once. What are we gonna do if Walt drinks himself to death? Cause the way things are going, he's already halfway there. I told you that's why I'm weighing our options to keep that from happening. It's not my fault nothing's come to mind yet. Get off my damn case. Oh yeah? What about your shit for brains idea to make him sightseeing on top of the tower? That will cheer him up for sure. What do you think he is? A 7-year-old? If he was, he sure as hell wouldn't be in this hole in the first place. Seriously, has anyone ever told you how much a grade A dumbass you are? But bastard, you want to start giving up scores, huh? Then if I'm a grade A dumbass, you're a triple S. You haven't been come up with one idea. Oh yeah? You wanna go? Let's go. Knock it off, you two. Speaking of triple S dumbasses, where do you get off pulling weapons on each other? You're supposed to be comrades. Stay out of this, Carrot Top. It ain't any of your goddamn business. This is all Wazy's fault anyway. You're the one who turned your back on downtown district. Yeah, Wall wouldn't even be like this if it wasn't for your chicken shit ass. Well, Wazy, you gonna own up to it or what? Hold on a second. Wazy didn't do anything. Whatever. This is just pissing me off even more. Guess we'll have to let you chumps out first. Huh, now you're talking. Just don't get your face smashed in, Huey. I still gotta do it myself. What should we do, Lloyd? This is starting to go beyond boys will be boys territory. Damn, if this keeps up, we won't have any choice but to subdue them. Oh, how utterly depressing. Oh my god, Oliver. Such needless conflict will only link the chains of hatred across your otherwise delightful hearts. To you who choose to scuffle in the streets, I give the timeless gift of song. It is a soothing yet mournful ballad intended to unite the hearts of those ragamuffins who have lost their way. Brightly shooting stars leave trails in the sky. Like a guiding light, they show me the way to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain. And the cruel moon mocks my pain. If this fleeting dream shall never be. Oh, you're gonna be pushed down, aren't you? Shut the hell up, Blondie! Oh, Jingo. God. Oh, hello there, little kitten. Is there something the matter? As you can see, I'm in the middle of a delightful performance. Autographs will have to wait until after the show. Moreover, it would be quite dangerous if you kick a man down from this height. Why, there might not be an... Would you shut the hell up already? Quit your caterwauling and get off of our roof. We're trying to run a business here. Fine, please come. I said get down. Well, at least he's down now. You alive, Blondie? Still breathing? Guess so. Huh, well, that was something. Man, this ain't even fun anymore. Later. The hell was that? Forget about him, let's bail. PLF. All's well that ends well. Well, would you look at that, I managed to nip the bud of a blossoming fight here in the city of Sid. Another debonair adventure complete. Once again, my mellifluent lute has brought peace by spreading the gentle chords of love and devotion. Sometimes I'm almost frightened by my level of genius. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, why are you walking like that? Excuse me, but are you alright? That sounded like a hard fall. Worry not, my fair lady. A fall of that height was absolutely nothing to a man who has kissed the dewdrop skies of this very continent. What's wrong with this guy? Do excuse the minor interruption. Now that I've regained my composure, we can continue my grand sonata. Gather round, ladies and gentlemen. Now where was I? If this fleeting... please, you don't have to do that. Hey Lloyd, could he be a blonde musician in white coat? He definitely fits the description. Mueller said he could be a handful, but he's nothing like what I expected. You must be Olivier, am I right? The one and only, my darling. It is I, the unparalleled genius, wandering bard, the seeker of love, Olivia Landheim. Praise be to Adios, as it by her grace that you have had the pleasure of witnessing one of my famous impromptu performances. engraved this day into your hearts, for it has surely been once in a lifetime experience for you all. Right. Hold on a tick. You know my name before I introduce myself. How is that possible? I don't believe I've uttered my name once since coming to Crossbell. Have you perhaps met somewhere before? Not exactly. We're with the Crossbell Police, Special Support Section. We've been looking for you per the request of your agent, Mueller. You know who we are speaking of, right? Ah, I see. So you're the ones. That Mueller, he's just as much as a worrywart as ever. Surely he knows by now that time apart will never dampen the measure of our love. On the contrary, it makes our hearts grow both fonder and bolder. Wait, are you saying the two of you are... Yeah, no, I seriously doubt it. That's beside the point. Can you come with us back to Mueller now? I'm afraid not, officers of the law. I have to make the most Crossbell while I still can. I'll be quite occupied tomorrow, you see. Occupied? Nothing you need to concern yourself over. But do keep in mind that if you claim to be unable to look the other way, I will do everything in my power to give you no say in the matter. Oh really now? And just how do you plan doing that? Wait, is that the famous Julia Schwartz standing right over there? What? Really? Where? You guys fall into the simplest trick of all. Hey, wait a second, I don't see anyone. Where is she? The oldest trick in the book. Till we next meet, my friends. Ta-ta. Wait. Oh my goodness. He got away. We just fell for the oldest trick in the book. Of course, Senior Captain Schwartz wouldn't be in a place like this. I can already tell this dude is going to be a pain in the ass. Reminds me of Fletcher. Never mind that, let's chase after him. The only question is, where did he go? Why don't we check the other places we discussed earlier? That's how we stumble upon him downtown after all. He may be in the back alley or Harbor District. I will say a Harbor District. Oh, maybe not. Oh, not downtown district, back alley. Oh, where is he? Maybe I was right. Maybe here? Maybe we need to interact with the Mishi? Oh, there he is! Oh my god. Oh, that's a lot of people. They must be here for the Mishi event. I believe this is what the theme park staff are doing for the day, seeing as Michelin is closed during the conference. It's a shame Theo isn't here to see this. I think they're about to do a dance number. Why don't we stick around for it? After all, we're already... Wait, it's that? Yeah, I love you, Mishi. Oh my goodness. That guy who joined him, it's pretty good. Okay everyone, all together now. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishi. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishi. Well met and well done, Mishi. To be frank, your dancing prowess is something to be commended. You're not too shabby yourself, Ella. Where did you learn to dance? I'm rather fond of ballroom dancing myself. Naturally, my preferred partner will be a beautiful woman, but you were a fine stand-in, my furry companion. Though I suppose I shouldn't have expected any less from Crossbell's most beloved mascot. Aw, stop it, you're making me blush. What an idiot's name is he doing? Looks like he barged in to take some of the spotlight for himself. Remember when Mueller asked us to prevent him from drawing attention to himself? That's out of the window now. Uh-oh, I do believe I've been discovered. My apologies, dear Mishi, but I must vacate the premises for now. Aw, that's too bad. Let's stand together at Michelin Wonderland next time. Now that is one wishy I promise to bring to fruition. Parting is such a sweet sorrow, but the bond we have forged today will linger in my heart for eons to come. Adios, mi amigo. Bye bye. He couldn't run again. I get the feeling he's used to this sort of thing. On the bright side, this narrows down the number of places he could have escaped to. It's not going to matter either way unless we start chasing after him. Oh my goodness. That blonde man strolled into the show while playing Mishy's dance theme on his flute. Not only that, he even joined in on the dance partway through. What a funny guy, huh? He's not here? Olivia? Wow, it's pretty good, isn't he? Thank you for listening to my serenade. Bravo, you're amazing, mister. What would you say to signing as our live entertainment for a while? I'd be willing to compensate you, of course. Why, that does sound oh so tempting. I gladly accept your gracious offer. Wait just a darn second. What's this? Found me already, have you? Now you're doing around taking random side jobs? This still got some screw loose. I urge you to seize this admittedly well-earned flattery. Why, I can feel my cheeks reddening already. No one's flattering you, jackass. We're taking you with us this time. Now, surely you must know when to give up. Life is meant to be a constant chase. You have to stop and smell the grand roses too. Sip it slowly like a fine wine. And so I shall offer you a gift to brighten up your weary, dreary hearts. A melody woven with the very essence of love and devotion. Oh, what troubles you, mademoiselle? Make no mistake, while a melancholy sigh might have its charms, a beautiful young woman should never be without happiness in her heart. Let me make something perfectly clear. Mueller requested that we retrieve you, no matter what it takes. He even authorized us to use force. As a matter of fact, he insisted on it. Point taken, I surrender, I promise. That smile is more terrifying than the things that usually scare her. As disappointing as this is, the time has come for me to sail with the tide. Very well then, would you be so kind as to escort me to Mueller? Just to be safe, I think it would be a better idea to tell Mueller to come here, as much as I hate to put him out of this way. That's definitely the safest choice. No doubt he's tried to give us a slip the second we step outside. It pains me to see how little trust I instill. You'll live anyway. I'll try contacting the station to see if someone can get a hold of Mueller. No problem, glad we could help. Coral, what? You make me sound like common livestock, and I know for a fact that I'm so much more than that. Then again, degradation does have its own special charm, I suppose. If that's what you're into, I'm more than happy to take all the abuse you can muster, my dear Mueller. Shut up. I take it back, please don't hurt me. My apologies everyone, this idiot and I have a bit of history together. He never learns his lesson, so I always end up having to cut his sleeve shorter and shorter. It sounds like you're used to dishing out tough love. Love doesn't begin to cover it. There's nothing like having a companion who truly supports you. Then again, who wouldn't want to accompany one such as myself, known for almost as many virtues of good deeds as the goddess above? Does that count as heresy? I don't even think Adios could get this ne'er-do-well to repent. I'm afraid you're right, but as far as I'm aware, the church sermons are nearly as hard-hitting as mine. No, please, I'll behave myself, Mueller. Please don't encourage this savagery, I beg of you. We should be going. There's still quite a bit on your agenda. Thank you again for all your help. Don't mention it all in day's work. Though, if you don't mind me saying, I wouldn't take my eyes off him if I were you. I know all too well. And so our rivalry reached its inevitable denouement. I bid you adieu, ladies and gentlemen. May we meet again, fates permitting. Sure. My only regret is never receiving the luxury of frolicking with Mishy at that off-rumored resort park. Wait just a moment, your division takes on contract work, yes? Would that mean I could request you to serve as our guides? Me and my stroke of genius. Why, we'll have so much fun at an event irrecognizable sourpuss like Mueller would. Mueller, it was a little joke. Wait, no! And there you go, not every day you meet a duo like them. Though on a second thought, I feel like there's more to those two than meets the eye. Well, you heard him, fates permitting, you might get a chance to ask them yourself sometime. Honestly, that might be more trouble than it's worth. that man? He basically threatened Olivia the entire time, but is he? No, it couldn't be. Something wrong, Ellie? You've been pretty quiet. No, it's nothing. Cool, then I think this one's a wrap. Ready to head off, Lloyd? Yeah, let's go. You dimwit, for once in your life, could you keep your whims in your head where they belong? You know full well what kind of place Crossbell is. It would make my life infinitely easier if you took more consideration for the position you're in. What's this? Sounds like someone's been fretting themselves over little old me. Besides, you know I can't help it. I just had to see all this city has to offer before my duties shackled me. As a result of my little excursion, I feel I've come to understand why they dub this place the City of Sin. But that's not all I've caught wind of. A certain someone we know has been shifting its pieces behind the curtain. Is that so? Then at least you managed to get something useful out of this. Indeed, and thanks to you, Mueller, I was able to have a little preview of what's to come. Which reminds me, how go the arrangements? I'm only able to roam and frolic about the way I do because I know you can manage just fine without me. I'm not the one to be concerned about, but yes, I've already contacted them. They needed to know that our schedule has been delayed, no thanks to you. Well, in that case, let us make haste. It would be unbecoming of us to keep two lovely ladies waiting. Lovely ladies. Okay, we still have a little bit of time. I think we can do the monster extermination, so I'll see you guys when I met them. Right, here it is. We are in East Crossbell Highway. The monster's here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Savage Horn. 61. Once it begins to charge, it's nearly unstoppable. We could use combo. Don't know earth spells. What do you know? Another craft book. Looks like our two CGF alumni are a perfect fit for it this time around. Well, hot damn, ready to show everybody what we got, Noel? They won't know what hit them. We do have a little bit of time. Should we do one more quest? Let's see. Okay, here it is. We are in Armorga Village, where the last optional requests located. There you guys are. Theo, my sweet angel. Wait, is she still not back yet? Well, there goes my motivation. Sorry to this point. Don't be. The guild should be issuing a formal apology for her on a near daily basis. I can forgive her, especially when you're looking as smoking as ever, Aeolia. Why not take this chance to hop off the Teotot train and onto the Orlando Express? I'll pass. Next stop, Singlesville. Randy, guess that's the end of the line. Please, Randy, give it up already. Our apologies, Lynn. Could you tell us about your requests? Sure, it's pretty simple. All we ask is that you join us for a training session. In other words, let's have a scrimmage. A scrimmage? You mean you want the SSS to fight against you guys? Why make a request like that now of all time? Well, because it wouldn't have been a fair match until now. I guess you're not wrong. Must you put it so bluntly though? Don't take it too harshly, at least this means we recognize how far you've come. In fact, that's exactly why we want to see what you can dish out for ourselves. My downtime just happens to overlap with Lynn's right now, so if we're going to do this, it needs to be soon. Though it's a shame we couldn't have Scott and Wenzel to join in too. If those two were here, this fight would be even more daunting than it already is. Still, you've got a point, opportunities like this don't come around every day. Hell yeah, I'm always down to get hot and heavy with a more experienced partner. Are you now? I never would have pegged the son of the war god as preferring the low ground. Low ground? I don't get... Oh. Wazy, would you please stop tainting Noel's innocent mind? Your new members are right. Funny, and from the looks of it, quite skilled too. If you say so, I don't think I'm anything particularly special. I am? Do your worst. Oh yeah. Does that mean you accept? What's the call, leader? You're on. If it's a fight you want, then that's what you'll get. We'll be doing this. We were thinking an open space that's out of the way. How does the clearing by the entrance sound? We already checked with the village chief and got the okay. I'm itching to get started right now if you're up for it. Are you all stocked up and geared out? We can wait a bit if you need some time. Let me prepare. Let me prepare. Bargain bin bracers no more. Oh, we got audiences. Wow, we drunk quite a crowd. Looks like word got out about our little match. No way the bracers lose. They're gonna wipe the floor with those cots. Wipe the floor? Why would they mop outside? It's just get all muddy. Willie, he means that the police don't stand a chance. I'm not so sure that's true though. I think the SSS is pretty strong too. Boy, howdy, I'm getting fired up. Who do you reckon's gonna win, Chief? That's a tough call. Both groups have been a great help to us in the past. Even Chief Tolta is here. Well, actually, he was the only one we told about the match in the first place. Word always gets around a small community like this one way or another. What do you expect? That's over half of the town right there. It's starting to make me a little nervous. Nothing wrong with having an audience every once in a while. Alright, let's get this show on the road. First, we need to figure out how we want to do this. This many people give us a lot of options to choose from. That said, I think an old-fashioned 2-on-2 fight would be best. You read my mind. Does that sound alright with you guys? I don't have a problem with it. It's your request after all. Can we pick who you'll be fighting? Sure thing. Just as long as you're one of them, Lloyd. Huh? Why me? Come on, don't act so surprised. We're not only here to test your physical strength. We want to see how unified the SSS is with you at the helm. That's right, there's no point if the leader doesn't participate. I guess that makes sense. Man, what the hell? I can't even leave the station while this guy's wraith hopping into the hearts of every damn girl he sees. So this is the little brother charm in action. I should take notes in my hosting. I'm going to do us all a favor and pretend I didn't hear any of that. Anyway, those conditions sound perfectly fine to me. In that case, who would you like to partner up with, Lloyd? Randy, I want his blinding bomb. Mind having my back, Randy? Like you even gotta ask. Let's show these ladies how we do it in the SSS. We have our matchup. Alright, you two, ready your weapons. Here we go. Ooh-wee. A superb bracer from the Crossbell branch, fight with expert level Taito technique. Oh no, you resist blind. They both resist flying, damn it.
Yosh.
Aeolia, superb racer from the Crossbell branch, utilizes medical acumen for both offense and defense. Oh, you're too far. Should we use Burning Rage? Good. That's not fair. That scream. Did we get them? Sort of. Didn't look to me like they were fighting us with everything they have. I'm surprised. You guys are pretty good. Agreed. You have much more synergy than I was expecting. You say that, but it obviously didn't manage to phase you. We held back a little, sure, but not as much as you're thinking. Either way, it was a good fight all the same. Does that wrap up our training then? Why the hurry? Don't tell us that the one little scuffle was enough to satisfy you. Would it be bad if I said it did? Come on, no need to be so modest. How about we go all out this time? Us two versus the entire SSS. You want to fight all 5 of us at once? How the hell would it be fair to you? Hey, we didn't call this training for nothing. Oh my god. Incredible, it's radiating energy. It's an Eastern technique known as Qigong. This ain't gonna be fun to deal with. Yeah, someone knows this stuff. Aeolia? Right. Oh, thank you. Did you just heal us? Letting us all out, put our best feet forward, I see. Yep. This way, we can all fight without inhibition. But enough talk, come on SSS, rise to the challenge. Guess we can say no. Lloyd, we should fall back and support the other 4. Have Noel fall back. That's not fair. Oh no. Oh, what? Aeolia at her full strength utilizes medical IQ for both offense and defense.
私の番ね。
ありがとう。俺の番だな。それ。
サンクス。任せろ。これで終わりだ。くらい。悪い。甘いってろ。
行くよ。それ。
私の番ね。
行くぞ。えいっと。
おっしゃ。
Oh no.
やれやれ。
Oh my god.
行くよ。それ。
おっしゃ。そこだ。
私の番ね。見えた。さあ、これはど
う？任せてくれ。やっ。
皆さん大丈夫ですか？
ありがとう。
ありがとう。
僕の番か。
Right, Kevin. Let's go.
ここが勝機だ。ストライクヘブン。
Yes. Oh my god, Randy, you're an evade tank.
私の番ね。見えた。 これはどう
Oh, yes.
ごめんなさい、先に行くわね。
Is it over? Yeah, we did it. That was pretty incredible though. They took on all 5 of us and still put up a hell of a fight. Agreed, it was a struggle to the very end. I figured I would turn out this way. I think if we had done a few things differently, we could have turned the tables. Still, it doesn't matter in the end, the SSS won this fair and square. All of you make for one strong team now. Congratulations on the victory. Oh, thank you, Aeolia. Oh, that's amazing. All my stamina's returned. Oh man, getting healed by Aeolia twice in one day? Pinch me, Adios. I think I'm in heaven. Don't mention it, Randy. Would you like to go another round so I can heal you a 3rd time? Easy there. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised. What's wrong? Not ready to meet the goddess just yet? Can it, Wazy? At least they alleviated some of the tension. You guys really are something else. I could watch you go back and forth for hours. Our pleasure? Alright guys, show's over. We're calling it a day here. Yes, nothing further to see here, everyone. You heard the young ladies. Let's break it up, folks. This was enough of distraction for one day. Come on now, back to work. You got it, Chief. Alright kids, off we go. Ooh wee, that was one heck of a tussle. Thanks again for letting us use this place to spar, Chief Tolta. We got some valuable training in thanks to you. It's not as though we didn't get anything out of it. The villagers needed a bit of diversion. Besides, you two have granted many of our villagers' requests. It was the least I could do to return the favor. Take care now. I'm glad I got a kick out of all that. So, Lynn, did training with us live up to your expectations? It sure did. You guys were even stronger than I was expecting. Guess that proof all your hard work has been paying off. But don't go thinking you'll be able to beat us again next time. We'll be serving you some payback one of these days. Anytime. I would love to have a rematch if you ever find a chance. My schedule's always empty, ladies. For now, I'm content that we've gotten a better idea of how each of you fights. You especially, Lloyd. Your Tonfa techniques really had my interest. The police focus on teaching suppression techniques, right? Yeah, I'm surprised you could tell, but what about that caught your attention? Well, Tonfas originally come from the East, right? You familiar with them then? I wouldn't call myself an expert, but yeah, a little. I got a feel for a few different Eastern weapons while I was a student, like chakrams or the 3-section staff. On that note, I think I might know how to improve that spinning craft you've got, Lloyd. Improve? You think it can be even stronger? Only one way to find out. I can give you a quick lesson right now if you like. Want to give it a try? You do that for me? I couldn't possibly say no. Lucky you, Lloyd. It's not often Lynn is willing to take on a student. Well, he's learning a lot. While he's learning that, what do you say to going over to Ash Tree Inn so I can learn more about you, Aeolia? I'll pass, thanks. I just can't catch a break. Oh, have you not still learned your lesson, Randy? Sorry to hold us up, guys. Would you mind waiting until we're done with this lesson? Not at all. A chance like this doesn't come around often. You should take it. Give us a little twirl so we can see how it's done. We'll be cheering you on from over here, Lloyd. Yeah, you got this. If you say so. Alright, let's get started. Right. Think I got it? Congrats, you pass. Now you just have to get accustomed to using it in actual combat and make it your own. I think I can do that. Thanks for the help, Lynn. Well done. Congrats, Lloyd. Thanks, you two. It's amazing though, just a few slight adjustments and the force is exerted in a completely different way. Spiraling moves like that one I just taught you are derived from the Helix form. It's used by the practitioner of the 8 leaves 1 blade style, which of course means Arius knows it too. The great thing about this form is that it's a fundamental building block. You can apply it in all kinds of different techniques. They say that those who master the Helix and Void form will attain Enlightenment, the pinnacle of martial arts. Helix, Void, and Enlightenment. That's as far as I understand about the subject, so there's nothing more I can teach you. Basically, enlightenment isn't something the average person can reach, even if they spend their whole life trying. Only a handful across the continent have ever achieved it. Really? That few? I heard a story about this kind of stuff. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. That's definitely the word for it. Obviously, I'm not saying you need to reach enlightenment yourself, but you should keep fine-tuning your skill regardless. I'll do what I can. Shoot, let's wrap this up for now. It's almost time for our next job. Right, we really should be going. I suppose we're all busy this week, aren't we? Yeah, our schedule's packed thanks to the trade conference. I understand the need for it, but Michel truly does run a tight ship. He has all of our ships planned down to the very last minute. That's absurd. Luckily, he still gives us time for breaks every now and then. Anyway, we need to get going. Keep up the good work out there. Goodbye, everyone. Right, thank you for everything. Raging Spin. His actual Rustcraft was strengthened to Raging Spin. Its attack power range has been increased. Additional enemies will be drawn toward Lloyd upon usage. Ooh, that was a great quest. But anyway, I think that's it for this episode. Fortunately, we finished all 3 of the optional quests, so next episode we can go to the important quest, which seems to be looking for a cat. I think there's gonna be more, but I don't know. But that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Until next time, bye.